Jose Soto. Jose, come on down.
Yeah. All right. Where's the pointy thing?
He said he wanted something hardcore.
Oh, God. So this is a bit of me, father of 3, husband of 1, 17 years married. I'm an ex-funnel hacker. I'm going to go into that story. That's a cool story. 13 years in the pharmaceutical industry. Really, I've been doing 15 years doing online marketing. I built the biggest Forex Spanish-speaking portal, hung on to it. Wanted a Forex broker he offered me a shit ton of money, hold on to it. Never sold it, lost everything. That was my first downhill. Started again, built a very profitable coffee company on Amazon. Still got that one. I have 3 online stores, a flower shop, a lingerie, and a furniture store. The flower shop's admin by my wife, so she does that day to day. The marketing agency, the VA agency, and I hired a shit ton of people that need to get paid. And that's when I talked to Jeff and I'm, look, I need work or I'm gonna just fire these guys. And he started giving me the people to do the test and it all worked out and that's where I am right now. That's why when I introduced myself, I said, I need to focus because I have this problem. And I think eventually as we get more success, we start jumping into businesses and just something to keep in mind. So the product like 12 years ago on Forex, that's the coffee, you can look it up. That's the flower shop. That's why I do everything really, my family. Okay, so this is just a cool story I wanted to put in. When I had my virtual assistant, I started training them and I received an invitation from ClickFunnels saying if I wanted to help with support. So I said, yeah, make some extra bucks. Started doing it. Started automating this. The replies, just put every reply possible, gave it to a VA. He was fully booked. Gave it to another one, all in my account, fully booked. They were just eating up every possible question they had. Ranking in 1,500, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800 per week. Just doing support. I wasn't doing anything. It was like a dream come true, making like $6,000 to $8,000 per month just on this. 22,000 positive feedback, 100% helpful. And then one day, hello, Jose. During a review of the network, it was determined that your performance does not meet the quality requirements of the ClickFunnels program. You have been removed from the network, effective today. Yeah. So I just got over ClickFunnels. But this is like a story to know that really you can make a lot more money on anything if you find someone that can do it worse than you. Is that clear, guys? Yeah? You can do something 100% on 100 leads, to put it into perspective, versus someone that can do 1,000 leads at 70%. What do you think is going to work better? Keep that in mind because we as entrepreneurs, I think we tend to have work control freaks, like to do the things ourselves. We don't like to give access to our account. We have all the possible scenarios that could go wrong, but that's why we don't grow. So take this into account, right? Okay, let's start. How to set up a successful cold emailing engine. Anybody read this book? Know who Michael Masterson is? Yeah? Want to quickly say who he is?
You wrote that book and I read it.
Yeah? Yeah, that's one thing. So this guy, he's like the CEO. He was the CEO for Agora. Was like a publishing 100% internet like marketing that had a lot of like bulletins, newsletter on the financial market. He took it to 100 million, like in 5 years, something crazy. Then he left, he built his own financial bulletin newsletter, called it early to rise, took it to from 0 to 30 million in like 3 years. He just keeps doing it. And of the complete book, I would say this is like the important thing that's related to this. There's a stage 1 infancy from 0 to 1 million. Stage 2 from 1 to 10 million. Stage 3, 10 to 50. And stage 4, 50 to 100 million. And he points this out. Who here's in stage 1? Most, yeah. It's nice. So this is what he says about stage 1. Rule number 1 for entrepreneurs: without sales, it is very hard to sustain an ongoing business, right? Your single, overriding, all-encompassing, sole priority is to sell your product. Nothing else matters. Don't get distracted with other products, ideas, rigid management systems, or anything else. Spend 80% of your time on selling and marketing, getting customers. That includes prospecting, right? Okay. So back to basics. These are the 3 steps that Jeff talks about: prospecting, selling, fulfilling. So you cannot have a fulfilling problem if you don't have a selling issue. And you can't have a selling issue if you don't have a prospecting. And I really think like 80% of the people here have this issue and are working more on the pitch decks, the sellings, the fulfilling, the trying to outsource that when they don't have this engine running. Now, on the prospecting engine, you can have a lot of methods, right? A lot of paid ads, organic methods, even like a mix of the ones that we can go through. So the idea here is simple. Just like focus on one and do it long enough to where you make it profitable and don't jump from one to one, at least until you break the 10K mark. Now, it's not only to take you to 10K, but if you want that fast, like Rise, it took me 2 months just doing the prospecting. That's all I focused on. So that's what we're gonna do. My idea here is that you learn that after this is so important that you have to spend 80% of your time there. If you do that, you're gonna get to the 0 or 25K mark very soon. Okay, these are the 7 steps for the cold emailing engine. Again, guys, please, this is not new. This is like a twist of Kaplan's method, but this is the perfected method. It's like, okay, do this. Don't even move. What? Can I use another VPN? Okay. Can I use another email? Can I buy this? Can I stop guessing it and just follow these 7 steps? Yes, Nick.
Can you go back a slide, Jose? So this is so fucking fantastic that I wish I had truly embodied this. Spend 80% of your time prospecting so long ago, and like even when we as an agency have like 2 partners, an account manager, and like 6 VAs on a 9 or 10 person team, like we still recognize we should be spending 80% of our time focused on like prospecting and getting sales, because you can't have, that's like the most brilliant slide I've ever seen. If you go back 1 or 2 more, where you said you can't handle, you really shouldn't be focusing on your fulfillment problem until you have a problem where you're not at capacity to sell to every single lead that you're getting, and that you have to have a prospecting problem where you have so many leads coming through. It's like, I can't embrace like how true this is.
Yeah, but
it's so fantastically true.
But you're on the other side, so it's like we always say, it's very easy to look backward and say,
like,
yeah, I screwed it there. I should have.
It seems like conversations from last night were the inverse, where like people have like 2 to 6 clients, and they're spending their entire time on like,
exactly,
how do I fulfill better? How do I fulfill better? And like, this is so true. So like, I'm taking this to heart very much. So like,
all right.
I also really like used Jose before, and his services are fantastic. And I didn't follow through with any of the leads that he got me because I was so caught up on fulfilling, and it was just the wrong approach to have. It was just it was so wrong.
All right. Thanks for the testimonial. Okay,
yeah, awesome.
Cool. All right. So the first one is get a VPN. We can go into why later and ask the questions, why a VPN and I can't just use my same IP? But the VPN's a virtual private network where you just can choose an IP around the world. So you don't want to use your own IP from where you send your office emails, because eventually your main business account will end up in spam. Okay? So you take up 4 hours of the day, 2 hours, 3 hours, sign up for a VPN service, 12 months, $583 a month. This is the one I use, ExpressVPN, because you just like click on it, connect, and you can start surfing the web. So do this. This is a very important step, or else your main business is going to go to spam. Second, create a master Gmail account. I like to create it like these, like something with CEO, not something like totally that doesn't have anything to do with your name or who's sending or who's selling. Step 3, this was talked about a lot. We got it to work. Go to work.com. Forget about the telephone numbers, verifying the chips, anything. Create an account.
Wait, go back one, sorry.
Work.com. Yeah. Go to services, email accounts, and just purchase. 5 or we like to do the 20. The 21777. That's my recommended method. 7 custom Gmail accounts, 7 custom Yahoo accounts, 7 custom Outlook accounts. We've tried everything. Don't ask me of the other ones. Some can be forwarded, some don't work, some are just a mess, some get you banned every 2 days. 777. Go into each order when you place the order and just tell what name to use. So this is the email I sent. Please have them contain the name. Let's say Ryan Anderson. That can be any mix like this. Ryan Anderson 001. Ryan.Anderson, Ryan Anderson. Yeah, everything with the name. So you're going to have 20 accounts with Ryan Anderson. That's going to get better open rates than just like made up names, right? Wait 3-5 days for delivery. You're going to wait until they deliver your accounts. We have something we can do in these 3 to 5 days. Step 4, forward all 21 email accounts to a formal Gmail account. Always log in via the same VPN. Remember, that's important. This is the one I use, ExpressVPN. You just click on it. You choose one. Let's say I'm using Miami for that client because we do lots of clients. So this is the way but you want to do it like if you were to really to do it for many clients. Click on it, connect to the IP, always connect to that one, and then every time you want to log into that account, do cold emailing via the same IP. Next step, subscribe 3 days. 3 days. You're just going to go into each account 1 day, subscribe to. This is going to take you like really 10, 15 minutes to warm up the accounts. And this is crucial because if you don't warm, I see this is like the main problem when doing the cold emailing. It's like, if you don't warm up your accounts, it's going to get banned. You have to, and this is like a process that just takes time. You have to be very patient with this. When our clients hire us, we tell them, we take 2 times. Are you okay with that? 2 weeks to warm it up. And then we're going to start sending. Are you okay with that? Yeah, but I need it right now. Yeah, but that's not how we work because we've tested it and it's not going to work. This is the link where there are 60 email newsletters. Just click on them and place in the emails. You can do it very quickly. And step 6, send 5 to 10 emails each day to your own email accounts for 3 days. What's your own email accounts? We have like 3-5 email accounts, right? Just send emails to them and reply back. Do that another 3 days. So you have 3 days of the newsletter, 3 days here. And then this is the strategy that's worked for us, where you get high open rates and direct to inbox messages. When you already have your list, your scraped emails, whatever, 3 days, 50 emails, mix up the accounts however you want. 3 days, 150 emails, 3 days, 250. So you see another week here, right? And then you can go full throttle. We've seen that if we send from the same account, even from the same IP, from various accounts, you get the IP blocked or shut down. So it's an interesting mix between the different email companies, the different email accounts, and the IPs. So never send more than 500 from the same IP. Even if you're working your 3 hours and you created 100 accounts, you can't send more than 500. What you could do if you have time, and if you have like the strength to do it, is connect to another VP and then send another 500. Is it clear until now?
That's
Yeah.
total per IP, right? Not
Yes.
a number of emails per email.
That's total per IP, 500 per IP. But this is like the mix for the IP, because the IP also gets banned and start to get blacklisted. That's the correct name. Okay. So what to do while you wait for delivery of work accounts? This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna download your niche from D7 Lead Finder, Lead Kahuna, Lead Scrape. Those are the 3 that we most use. You're gonna clean your list. This is like important. Remove non-targeted countries. Who's used D7? Okay, so you want to remove the column, just sort it, and remove the countries you're not working, and then remove the non-targeted categories. D7 is just like a mess. They have everything. When you download it, they have like thousands of other categories. So if you sort it by categories, just completely delete the ones that are not related. You're going to have less people marking your emails as spam, right? Because if you send it to a med spa, but you're talking about, I don't know, dentists, patients, they're just gonna, this is spam, why did I get this? So you do wanna clean it out. And remove duplicates by email. You can do that with Excel, with Google Sheets. And then we tested, I think 15 of these. I saw someone was like talking. This is the tool, guys. The checker.co. That's like the best one and the cheapest one. You can see here 10,000 for $20. That will keep you a couple of months at least. MailSwift free does nothing but remove duplicates. I saw this one was used there, but don't use that one. That's not going to do anything.
Sorry to interrupt. Someone that's completely stupid when it comes to email. So the point of the checker is what again? It's just to verify those are active email accounts?
Yes, exactly. So you can like remove the logical ones based on things you want to remove, but technically the checker is the one that's gonna like send them. Oh, it got rejected. It takes a lot of time because what it does is basically checks first for if they're not on a blacklist. Okay. Remove those. Then it does another check, and finally what it does is like starts sending them. And I don't know how it does it, but it sends just like the main domain. And if it gets rejected, it goes out. So you're gonna get like 25-30% of the emails, even from these places, removed.
Do you think that it's important, because we have a lot of leads from those, but we don't use cold email for our clients, we use direct Facebook advertising. Do you think it's important to clean our Facebook list before we use them, or is it better to just, or it really doesn't make that much
No,
difference?
I'm with Joel on this. It's quantity versus quality, really.
Okay.
But at least do this, because this is gonna depend what the person on the other end is gonna mark it as spam or not.
Okay.
So at least you want to do this, okay?
So do bounce back emails count against your Gmail account that you're using as your? They do. So that's another reason why you want to.
Yeah.
Box them all. Okay.
The only cold emailing thing I've ever done, it wasn't for prospecting, but like we had a client send us a list of clients that they signed up or whatever. It was like 2,500, and we sent out a blast to that because he wanted to get people in for a specific day, and it like shut down our whole Melobion account because it like blocked that one because half of them were like rejected addresses, and it like caused everything for all of our other accounts. So yeah, I didn't even know about this type of thing.
Especially like that's a big one. Like with if you're getting emails from your clients, like you still have to check because sometimes like if everyone's had it, they'll fill out a lead form and instead of Gmail, it'll be like Ymail because they'll just misspell something. So like it wasn't even on purpose. So like there's a whole lot of that too. So you've really got to make sure you clean even your clients list before you email them.
Yeah, and the sad part was that what happened to me was that we were using like the same IP. So eventually with my real clients, I'm like sending them mails, never getting back. I'm calling them, your email's not here. And I had like 100% deliverability rate. How do you say that? Yeah. So, and suddenly none were working. So I had to do all this process again. So this will keep you from doing that, committing that mistake, okay? And the other one, if you want to do the SAP, this is the way we do it. It's very easy. Just create a new spreadsheet from Google and then send the email for the alert. If you have someone in your team to call it, and that's you can take a screenshot of it. I try to place every one of the steps there. It's very easy.
What does that Zap do?
This just like when you get a reply and you put it in the database, it's gonna alert someone. Yeah. Okay, so this is like the 7 steps. Once again, if you missed one, get a VPN. Those are the ones I recommend. Create a formal Gmail account. Go to work, create 777. Forward all accounts. Subscribe 3 days to newsletter. Send 5 to 10 emails each for 3 days. And then the 350, 350, 250 until you're full throttle. This is gonna take like the 2 weeks. And it's time consuming, but that's why this is done day by day, right? It's not you have to do everything.
Question. So is that what you're doing, like the 2-week setup?
Yeah. Look, this is exactly what my team is doing. Exactly step by step. I got it from our SOPs, and I'm like, that's what the first slide. You know, I don't care sharing this because eventually what I want is you guys to say, okay, I did this. I got 1, 2, 3 clients. Now I'm sick of it. I want to outsource it or get a VA. You can give the same exact process.
We just hired Jose. We got started. There's like a 2-week, I guess, startup period.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Like if we start doing it, we'll do it for other things. I'd rather pay somebody that knows what they're doing. I'm
Thanks.
glad after seeing this, I'm super happy.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The clients, my clients here, you know the process now. You're like, okay, Jose, I remember you talking about this. Can we try something? Yeah. Open. All right, so this is the thing. Why are some people wildly successful with this system while others never seem to make the engine work? This is what you want to write down. The system never sleeps. Never stop or pause the system. Do it first thing in the morning. Do it if you're healthy, if you're sick, if you have 0 clients or if you have 100 clients. Do it if you're having selling issues, fulfilling issues. Do it if your Facebook manager account gets banned, if you're in Facebook jail, if you're having success, if you're not. Is this clear? When you have to do cold prospecting, cold emailing, just do it. This is the most crucial element. The second, this makes like a very makes a big difference in my clients that are getting results and the ones that aren't. And it's just the truth. Get on the phone and call when a positive reply arrives. You gotta get on the phone. We see 10x when you get on a phone. Some people just don't like getting on the phone and they think that they're gonna send like the calendar link. It's not gonna work. So if you're gonna do the cold prospecting, knowing you're not gonna schedule the call, don't do it because you're gonna lose time. So what you can do is reply in addition to calling. Do not think about it. Just grab the phone and dial. Ask 3 to 5 questions. Book the demo call. And people, this is incredible, guys. And Jeff talked about this. People are mostly nice. You think they're like gonna, screw you, why are you calling me, you bastard? And they're like, yeah. Look, the questions you had, are you interested? Yeah, sure. You're like, depending on what niche you're in, but believe me, we've talked to roofers, we've talked to furniture companies, we've talked to med spas, dentists, chiros, everyone. 80% of the people are nice, so don't be afraid to get on the call. Okay, this is the winning qualifying script with 3 to 5 questions. This is basically what my people do to get the qualifying call. Hi. What I do is we have this on Google Sheets, and where it says name, they just go in and let's say it's Paul. They go find and replace Paul, and they follow the script. Hi, is Paul available? This is Jose. Yes, this is Paul. Continue. They continue. here. If they're not, they go to the blue one. Yeah? No. Paul is not available. Can I take the message? Yeah, sure. So Paul responded to. That's what they go to. If they say yes, hi, this is Jose from Digital Saber. You responded to an email we sent in regards to getting more patients for your med spa? Yes. I was wondering if you had a couple of minutes to see if we would be a good fit. Yeah, sure. Awesome. So real quick, the way we work is we want to know about you, your spa. We tried this a million times. This is the final one we like to use. Awesome, awesome. Get excited. So real quick, the way we work is we want to know about you, your spa, what kind of challenges you're facing right now. And based on that, we can see if we're a good fit and if we can help you. So based on this, can I ask you a couple of quick questions about your spa and how you're acquiring patients? Then they're going to say most of the time, yeah. If they don't have time, no, I don't have time, you go to the other one. No, unfortunately, I don't have time. I can give you that script. I think, Jeff, is this going to be available for?
Everyone's getting a copy. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, let me take it back. You leave a testimonial video, and you'll get a copy of all the slides. And all that stuff. Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
Okay, so that's the script. Okay, and these are the 10 qualifying questions that if you're looking to find the right qualifying questions, this is very important, guys. The qualifying questions is for you to qualify the prospect. Don't read them like it's like he has to say yes, because that's going to give you problems there. That's where your closing problems start. When you get on the call and they're not ready, they don't have someone. For example, how are you currently getting new patients? What have you done in the past? What kind of patients do you see? How many new patients are you seeing on average per week? What is your goal? So if they say they have 10 and they want to get to 100, most of the time that's not going to work, because they're going to say your leads are shit, that they're not closing enough. So you disqualify him. That's the idea of the qualifying call. And I know it's logical, but we try to just go over the questions, like if we need him to say yes at the end, no matter what, we're going to say, we're a good fit, right? It's not about that. It's about disqualifying them. So by when would you like to reach this goal, and what is your cap? Do you know what the lifetime value of one of your customers is on average? Do you have upsells? Like, what's your most expensive package to see if our upsell systems can work? This works pretty good in the med spa industry, because we're selling them like we have a specific system that gets you clients, but that gets you patients, but what is tailored is to make the upsells, the higher packages, the recurring packages, the monthly packages. So this is to qualify them. Can you walk me briefly through your sales process? Do you have someone? This is a must, guys. We don't take this away on anyone now. You have someone specifically doing follow-up for the new leads until they say yes or stop bothering me? If so, how is it? Yeah.
So I want to comment on that. They're always going to say that they have someone dedicated. Make sure you write down, great, who's their name and what hours do they work? All of a sudden, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You're going to very quickly find out that they think they do, they actually don't. But if they do, that sets you up for an awesome sneaky survey. That sets you up for an awesome follow-up. Say you said you had somebody do all this follow-up. What happened here?
Yeah. Can hold them accountable after, yeah. And I usually don't get a good response with this one. No one on my team does, but it's like the first call and we're asking them, where do you want to be monthly? But there are some people that need this data in order to qualify them. But I think if you choose 5 from these, you're going to be great with the qualifying calls. And these are the ones that leads are comfortable answering on the first call. Okay. Here's another one: test subject and copy. Track winning subjects and copy. You need to send at least 500 of every email variation to see which one gets better reply rates. What we do is in our tracking Google spreadsheet, we add one and said what email was sent. And you have yours listed like from 1 to, if you have 5 email copies, you just go 1. Today I'm sending 1. Next day you're sending the second email, right? So when they reply back, you know which one's getting the replies. And you can now delete the worst email and add another one. Just test and test and test. So this is keep on split testing, test shorter subject lines, test questions, test specific services, and this is definitely the winner. We've tested so much subject lines, and this one gets the highest open rate. It's a mix of both, of all of them. A short, a question, a specific, and mystery. As this is something that we were tested, and we couldn't believe that if you add some like mystery to the question, like more teeth whitening patients with CRS. What the fuck is CRS? I want to know. So they're gonna open it and they're gonna ask. And that, well, CRS, it's our customer retention system. Okay, but if so, you see, it's like very short. You add the question mark and add some mystery. Just add some letters there. Yeah. Okay. And this is a final one, small one, but I think it's worth looking at it. It's like you can go with one list, just purchase one list and go over and over and send different sub niches, different emails, and every time you're going to get responses. Every time, because people, if it went through the different email address, it's going to get open. If it had a different subject line, it's going to get open, even to the same one, the same one, the same one. So try this on with just one list if you don't want to spend too much money on it. And finally, and you can see that if you don't do it right, we got our complete G Suite main account banned. So it's not like, I'm just going to open one. We had one user, the admin, who just had a lot of companies, all of them. They were just banned. And that's what can happen if you don't follow like the system. I'm not going to do the IP, the VPN. I'm just going to email with one email. I'm going to just use Gmail. So please try to do this. So tips for master mailing. Never use your main domain to send cold emails. Rule number 1. Never use the same IP as main business IP because eventually it will get blocked. Use a VPN. Don't use only one account exclusively for cold emailing. That's lazy. That's lazy if you're going to do this. All accounts will eventually lose their effectiveness over time. That's just how it works, guys, because when you send 1,000 emails, 5,000 emails, 10,000 emails, it's just a number game once again. As more people click on spam, 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 it's gonna. But usually we can see 3 to 5 months of effect. Maybe 3.
The first one, right? Can I do like 10 on like my main Gmail account and not get banned? Like 10 cold emails and see what happens, just as like a quick test?
Yeah, sure.
But you just can't do it en masse. Right?
Yeah, just don't keep on using it because that's very easy. We use, you could test with Yesware. That's the one we use. But we send like 250 and that's it. Wait like a week, 250, and that's where we test really the email, the subject lines. Never use hyperlinks on first outbound cold emailing. Never use your company or website. What you can do is use the real company name as a signature in case they research it, because we as more people do the cold emailing, we're starting to see like some replies that go like, "What's your company?" Right? So even if you put like Jose Soto is marketing space, maybe .com, something like that, they can go research and find it and then reply. We got was it for you, Tracy, that I end up talking to the client? Yeah. There's this guy that we were sending some leads and he like tracked back, he like make a reverse IP lookup and he ended up like, "Are you the guy that can get me leads? Who are you?" It's like with lawyers. And I'm like, "No, God, I got a client there." So yeah. And I did the qualifying call and just gave it to Tracy. He like made the demo call, right? But people aren't researching. That's the truth. We hear, "Nah," they just reply back. Yeah, it's a numbers game at the end. You just want to send, but people are researching now. So try to put at least the name of your company there. Track your subject and body email replies. Use Outlook, Gmail, and Yahoo, the mix of 3. Be specific regarding service by category. This is a big difference. We used to be able to get like good replies with like, we can get you more dental patients to dentists, right? But as this gets more competitive, we're going into, if it's, I don't know, a pediatric dentist, you have to talk about pediatric patients. If it's about cosmetic dentistry, you gotta talk about the specific services that cosmetic dentists use in the subject line, not just general. That's not working anymore. And mention somewhere if you would like to see video testimonials of your other clients or similar. That makes a huge difference. Even if it's just one line, if you would like to see how 25 of my clients are getting more clients reply back. Okay, so that's. Yep.
So why would you not hyperlink in the first cold email, but you would afterwards? What's the difference between the first cold email and then subsequent ones with hyperlinks?
Yeah, sure. Great question. So the Gmail in its algorithm has detected that most of the emails that when it goes from a new contact to an email that's never been sent before is usually spam. So now they just got it like if you're already sending an email, it's like the people that befriend you on Facebook and they're usually like, here's my link. It's the same thing.
Right. So if you subsequently followed up with another email immediately after with a hyperlink, it wouldn't trigger anything.
Yeah, if they reply, you can send whatever you want.
It's conditioned upon their response.
Yes, correct. Just if they responded or not.
Totally get it. Right.
Cool.
And just to hijack on that, that also works. That's also the same with text messages. So I tried doing a cold email, a text message spam, I guess you could say, to a customer's like list, trying to get surveys, and I included the hyperlink in the first one, and I forgot what system I was using, but like half of them bounced back because Verizon and AT&T and all of them, because of all the telemarketers, are doing the same thing with texts. So the first text message, including a hyperlink, also got kicked back. So for like texting for like surveys, I say, hey, I'm gonna send you a text here soon in regards to filling out a survey. That cool? And in that way, like it pre-warms it up so that they don't bounce back.
So it's not conditioned upon response for text, but it is conditioned upon response for email, is what you're saying. So they don't have to respond to the text message to send the link. You just need to send the first one first and then send the second.
That's what I found, yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but wait, text messaging, guys, you have to look at the laws and be very careful because they will. I just met with a lawyer this week about this and we talked about it. I actually got subpoenaed and sued for this. I followed the rules, so they had to drop the case. But lawyers right now are actually putting up ads saying, hey, you can get $1,500 if you got a text message from somebody that is soliciting or you didn't give me information. So please look up TCPA texting laws and follow them to the T. People have to opt in twice because they will come after your agency, and if your agency is not making money, they can come after your personal assets as the owner of the agency, FYI.
To add on that, there's gurus promoting you can make $1,500 in one day by baiting companies that will text
Correct.
you like that.
They're
It's
called
like
ambulance
Facebook
chasers right now.
designed to make
And actually, the lawyer we pulled up who subpoenaed me, or the lawyer that sued me, because she was trying her own case for it, and we were just like crossing information, and it was the exact same lawyer. So they were just going around town. So be careful with text
It's
messaging.
an awesome lawyer business model, right?
That's right.
I'm fixing to get a bunch of VAs and trap all you motherfuckers.
We're gonna go back.
How does that apply?
I'm sure they're going to mastermind that someday for fair.
Like, no, she's in the place.
Yeah.
How does that apply? Like, somebody opts in, landing page.
They're opting in, and like you're supposed to have
Guys,
have,
I want to hear what Steph is saying.
you're supposed to have two opt-ins, and the two opt-ins have to be very obvious. Like you are opting in to receive text messaging notifications. So what they thought, and this is why he took the lawsuit and started it, he thought that I bought up lists and mass text them. I did not. I pull my member list for my spas, and I download the member list, and I text, hey, Valentine's Day promotion only to my members, because they have opted in through my leads online, my website, or the website I have them book the appointments through. There's a privacy policy page that covers that, saying they opt in. They actually also bought a Groupon and came in for the massage, so by Groupon's policy, they're opting in by pushing buy now to any third-party solicitation. So they technically opted in like 5 times. And also when they came into the spa, the documents that they signed, the intake form, says at the bottom, if you'd like to opt out, please do now. So that's why we were covered, but I know not everybody's doing this or like thinking about it. And to protect yourself and your assets and your family, like it's really, really important because it's a thing right now.
So the 2 simple steps are have a privacy policy on your squeeze page, and don't blast lists that you've purchased via
Correct.
text.
Via text.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's ways to do it. Actually, High Level just did a training on this where the guy like bought up 15,000 properties, but he even talks about get a lawyer. It's very sketchy, like it's very gray area, and do it legally because you can really get screwed.
Okay.